I'm a student. I'll be right back. I was a student at that time. I have a good job. I like English. I love cats. I enjoy music. I enjoyed this book. I know I can do it. I think that's a great idea. I want a dog. I want to apologize for what I did. I want you to be my girlfriend. I can answer your question. I came to thank you. I go to school 5 days a week. I hate talking about politics. I came here to warn you about Tom. I guess it was a joke. I hate it when you do that. I plan to come back tomorrow. As I'm as hungry as a horse. Half as your flat is half as large as mine. Not so as. The problem is not so simple as it seems. All I can do at the moment is wait. All I have is books. All I want for Christmas is a guitar. Be polite to everyone. Be careful not to cut yourself. Be sure to turn off the light when you leave the room. Call me as soon as you get home. Call me if something happens. Come to my office anytime. Don't cry. Everything's going to be okay. Don't be so selfish. Don't forget to lock the door. Don't forget your passport. Don't make me angry. Don't make me say it twice. Hand me that bag. Help me clean out the garage. Here are your keys. Here is your book. I also heard a similar story. I always brush my teeth before I go to bed. I began living by myself. I believe I can help you. I borrowed the book from this library. I bought a camera the other day. I can't come right now. I come from a long line of doctors. I could do this myself. I decided to go swimming. I don't know who Tom's wife is. I don't believe I don't believe Tom can do that. I have to. I have to think about it. I hope. I hope that helps. I must. I must go home. I need to. I need to know you're okay. I often go to the movies. I prefer reading books to watching television. I'm ready for my next challenge. I'm ready to get back to work. I'm sorry for my terrible French. I'm still a beginner. I'm sorry to cause you all this trouble. I'm sure the guy you saw wasn't Tom. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think. It has nothing to do with me. It looks like an orange. It seems like Tom is in love. It sounds like someone's crying. It's clear Tom and Mary want to spend time together. It's dangerous to climb a mountain during a storm. It's difficult for me to understand French when it's spoken quickly. It's easy to understand why Tom doesn't like Mary. It's good to see you smile. It's hard to figure out who's telling the truth. It's important to follow a strict diet. It's impossible to eat soup with a fork. It's my turn to take out the trash. It's okay to make a couple of mistakes. I've got to get back to the office by 2 o'clock. I've got a job. Just tell me where you are. Let me help you with your suitcases. Let me know when you're ready. Let me tell you my plans. Tell me what you know about the incident. Thank you for coming. That's what I was looking for. That's where they found Tom's body. That's why I love you. There are a lot of books in the library. There are too many people in this room. There is a bank in front of the hotel. You are my best friend. You can use this pen. You can't ignore it. You forgot to take the trash out this morning. You have to be patient. You have a good memory. You look depressed. Did something happen? You make me laugh. You may leave at any time. You might be right. You must be hungry. You need new shoes. You need to. You need to call Tom immediately. You said. You said you loved me. You seem. You seem happy today. You should. You should ask Tom to help you. You sound. You sound like my mother. Frankly speaking, this novel isn't very interesting. Except for Tom, I didn't know anyone there. For the record, Tom didn't have anything to do with this. I can't imagine living without electricity. At this point, I don't need money. For some reason, I'm wide awake and can't fall asleep. I already told Tom everything. For the time being, I must share this room with my friend. I bet you can't catch me. I can hardly walk. Generally, women live 10 years longer than men. I almost forgot to buy milk. Find out what Tom knows. For now, Tom can stay here. For a short time, Tom lived in Boston. Give me a sip of your drink. For a moment, it looked as if Tom might start crying. A lot of time was wasted. As far as I know, Tom is still married. Apparently, I was wrong. Both of my parents can speak French. From personal experience, I know that this language school is not very good. I can't help thinking about Tom. Look what I found under the sofa. Obviously, Tom isn't Mary's type. I've been here for 3 years. Don't hesitate to ask if you want anything. I don't mind sleeping on the couch. I've known Tom since high school. Do you have anything in the refrigerator that I can eat? Do you want to be rich? What time will dinner be served? Hopefully, Tom will change his mind. I can't keep lying to Tom. Are you saying that's true? I accidentally spilled the milk. I don't have anything to eat. How far away is your farm? How late may I call you? Is it true that Tom is dating a Japanese girl? Which one do you think I should buy? All right, let's try it again. For the past 10 years, I've fed my dog dry dog food. I've been studying French since I was 13. Neither Tom nor Mary went to Boston. Can someone help me? How about going to a movie? How many years have you been studying French? I advise you to stop smoking. I prefer something to something. I'd prefer meat to fish. That's the way I used to do it. Did you have a rough day? How did you know where I live? How long will it take you to paint my house? What's the best cure for loneliness? Where should I put my coat? I congratulate you on passing the examination. I'm proud of my work. It appears that he's a student. It's been a long time since I last spoke French. How old were you when you stopped believing in Santa Claus? What would I do without you? What would have happened if Tom had come? I'm going to stay here and watch TV. I'm good at math. Doesn't Tom like Mary anymore? At present, the cause of the disease is unknown. Come on, just answer the question. Finally, it's Friday. In all probability, will arrive before them. The last time I saw him, he was very healthy. What exactly are you looking for? I was wondering if you were still here. It's likely to take much longer than you expect. Are you going to go with me or not? Do you like to watch movies? 10 years younger than. My mother is 10 years younger than my father. As I told you before, I have no choice. The last thing I want to do is cause you any problems. Do you always drink coffee with your breakfast? How long ago did you start studying French? As strange as it may sound, what Tom said is true. Can you teach me how to play the guitar like you do? Exactly where are we going? How high is that building? In comparison with. Country life is very peaceful in comparison with city life. All of a sudden, a dog began barking. Because of rain, I could not go out. Eventually, Tom just gave up. I especially like your chocolate cake. Can you think of anyone who might be able to babysit our kids tonight? How much cash do you have on you? How would you like to? How would you like to pay? Would you like to? Would you like to ask me something else? A great deal of. England imports a great deal of oil. Every time. Every time I read this book, I find something new. Few. Few students can read Latin. I'm thrilled to. I'm thrilled to be back. It's strange that. It's strange that no one is on this street this time of the day. Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea what Tom wants? Have you finished? Have you finished writing that song you've been working on? How long will last? How long will the concert last? How much is? How much is there left? I'm fed up with. I'm fed up with your complaining. Promise me. Promise me you won't do that. How will? How will you convince Tom to lend you the money you need? What about? What about next Sunday? What does he plan to do? What's your favorite? What's your favorite book? I was up all night. I was up all night reading a book. Could you please drive a little faster? When should I come to pick you up tomorrow? Clearly, that was a mistake. Generally speaking, boys can run faster than girls. I'm responsible for Tom's safety. It takes time to do something. It takes an hour to get to the station. Where does it hurt? Actually, Tom is my boss. Help yourself to a piece of cake. I'm certain that you saw Tom. In the near future, space travel will no longer be just a dream. I've known Tom for almost 10 years. When did it begin to rain? Where are my books? Twice as. Your room is twice as large as mine. All of them were wearing black. For the lack of something better to do, Tom started cleaning his room. I'm able to swim. The longer you wait to tell Tom, the harder it's going to be. After drinking 3 bottles of beer, Tom fell asleep. Neither of us wants to get married. Do you think I care what you think of me? How do we upload photos to your website? Were you busy? Which one is best? Who's your favorite American actor? By the way, where are you from? I don't expect you to understand this. I wish I had studied French when I was in high school. Since it's important, I'll do it. Are you afraid of dogs? How big is your house? How do you say How do you say thank you in French? How long do butterflies live? How long do you think? How long do you think it'll take? May I borrow a ruler? When was the last time? When was the last time that happened? 4 years. 4 years Tom suffered from migraine headaches. I asked her if she had been to Mexico. I have nothing to do with this. If I have a lot of money, I will buy a car. I'm here because I need your help. About how many books do you have? Can you tell me how to get to the train station? Could I borrow your notes? Have you been working there for long? How has your life changed? How has your life changed since you got married? I don't remember seeing you before. I'm glad you're here with me. How have you been? How have you been sleeping? Don't let Tom take advantage of you. It's been a while since I've seen Tom. It's nice to be home. No sooner had it stopped raining than a beautiful rainbow appeared. Of course, I remember you. Exactly how much money was stolen? How much money do you have with you right now? Don't make fun of old people. I intend to stay in Boston for 3 days. I'm lucky to be here. Do you really expect me to give you money? Do you understand what you have to do? How about another piece of cake? When are we going to do it? Where would you like to go first? Would you mind closing the window? A large number of people gathered in the square. Before doing that, you need to ask Tom for permission. For all we know, Tom could be over 30. I don't have enough money to buy everything I need. I'm allergic to cigarette smoke. I'm beginning to understand why Tom loves Boston. In case something happens to me, I'd like you to take care of my children. Are you almost finished with that? How long is this bridge? What time should I check in? According to the thermometer, it's 30 degrees outside. At this time, you don't need to understand everything. First, let's talk about what Tom did. I can't count the number of times I've been here. I was worried you wouldn't come. In the heat of the moment. In the heat of the moment, Tom slapped Mary. To tell the truth. To tell the truth, I didn't do my homework. Do you need me to? Do you need me to give you some money? Have you been? Have you been to Boston or Chicago in the past 3 weeks? For the millionth time. For the millionth time, I'm sorry. I apologize for being late. I feel like going out for a walk. I honestly didn't know Tom would be here. I'm afraid I took your umbrella by mistake. I'm pretty sure that Tom now lives in Boston. How am I supposed to do this by myself? How fast can you run? How long has it been since we last met? What time does that restaurant close? I asked him to go to my room for my glasses. I seldom drink coffee. It's more difficult than it looks. Keep in mind that Tom doesn't speak French very well. Did you want to tell me something? The same age as. He's about the same age as you. From the look on your face, I can tell that you have good news. I don't think Tom saw us. I have something I need to do. I'm interested in improving my French. I'm on my way to meet Tom at the station right now. It's obvious Tom doesn't like Mary. Can you recommend a good hotel in Boston? As soon as she saw me, she started to cry. I admit I made a mistake. I hardly ever watch TV. I was impressed by Tom's courage. How does Tom manage to stay so slim? How long have you been learning English? How many hours a day do you study French? How old are you kids? What's wrong with my computer? In time you will understand. It's about time you went to bed. Are you allergic to anything? How long did it take for the ambulance to arrive? What was so funny? Much more than. He has much more free time than I have. Anyway, it's my problem. I wonder if it will rain tomorrow. I'm aware of what's going on. So far, I've told no one. Some of the guests have arrived. Are you interested in politics? Is it possible to cry underwater? I'm happy with. I'm happy with the way things turned out. I'm planning to. I'm planning to move back to Boston next year. I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about changing jobs. Instead of. Instead of going to school, he stayed at home. That's exactly what. That's exactly what I want. To put it bluntly. To put it bluntly, he's mistaken. Do you ever sleep? Do you want me to? Do you want me to buy you a drink? What do I have to? What do I have to be afraid of? What time? What time are you meeting Tom? A bunch of people told me not to eat there. A few days later, Tom found a new job. I barely know you. I'm grateful to you. Listen, I'm really sorry. Luckily, Tom had an extra umbrella. That's all I can tell you at this time. Can you show me where the bathroom is? Didn't you hear what Tom just said? I definitely don't want to get married. I have no time to engage in gossip. I managed to get there in time. I wish I had a beautiful girlfriend. I'm pleased with this result. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong. It's been 3 years since Tom graduated from high school. I've been studying French for 3 years. Can you give me an example? How do you think Tom found us? What should I do if Tom calls? What's the difference between jam and marmalade? By the time we got there, it was already too late. Even though it was raining, we decided to take a walk. I rarely saw him at school. I'm excited about going to Boston. Have you decided where you're going next summer? How much longer are you going to be here? How was the food? How well do you speak French? When does the bus leave? Many more than. I have many more books than he has. 3 times the size of. Your flat is 3 times the size of mine. I'm prepared to help Tom. That's the reason I'm here. Can you introduce me to the girl talking with Tom? How do you know? For sure? How exactly does this work? Is it okay if we swim here? What if I refuse? What more do I need? When are? When are we leaving? When is? When is a good time for you? Would you like? Would you like a cup of tea? I don't care. I don't care how much it costs, I'm going to buy it anyway. I think it's unlikely that Tom will marry Mary. What are you going to? What are you going to be in the future? What makes you? What makes you cry? When did you begin? When did you begin learning French? I don't understand. I don't understand what this sentence means. I was the only one who knew about it. Do you mind if I open the window? How could this all happen? Is there an ATM nearby? What kind of books do you read? I encouraged Tom to learn French. If I had a lot of money, I would buy a car. I'm having trouble understanding you. I'm meeting Tom at the station at 2 o'clock. It hasn't been easy for Tom to learn how to walk again. Are you good at math? Do I have to do it right away? What's the worst injury you've ever had? I don't have time to finish my homework. I probably speak French better than Tom. I'm hoping Tom doesn't show up. I'm the one who came up with the idea. It's possible that Tom will get into Harvard. Let's clean up this mess. Do you have a girlfriend? What time do you think Tom will be back? Where exactly are we going? I wish the rain would stop. If I earned a lot, I would have bought a car long ago. I'm almost finished writing the report. I'm still in bed. In a way, I'm glad I never met Tom. Let's see what happens this time. To make matters worse, it began to rain. Go ahead and unwrap your gift. I actually feel sorry for Tom. I'm impressed with your French. It's time for you to go to bed. That's one of my favorite books. Do you have enough time to do that? What is aspirin made of? What time do you walk the dog? Where did I put my keys? I can't make that decision without talking to Tom first. I didn't say this was my office. I have no idea how it works. I ought to have. I ought to have attended the lecture. In any case. In any case, I'll call you tomorrow. That's something to. That's something to think about. Am I doing this right? What time do you usually get up on Saturday? Would it be okay if I didn't invite Tom to my party? Even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you. I fell asleep while listening to the radio. I have nothing to do now. I've been a teacher for 5 years. How bad is the pain? How's married life going? Is there anyone here who can speak French? When do I get paid? Where will you be on Monday? As usual, Tom was late. I forgot to close the window. In the future, many workers will be replaced by robots. Now that I'm here, everything's going to be okay. Can't you see we're very busy? Have you ever been to that Japanese restaurant on Park Street? How can you be so naive? I was born in 1982 in Boston. I'm looking for an apartment to rent. Are you suggesting Tom was murdered? How come you know French so well? What's the point of all this? I had no choice but to do what Tom asked me to do. How do you plan to spend your weekend? Where were you when it happened? Half of the students are absent. I expect to see Tom again next month. Recently, I don't have much appetite. Are you still seeing the same girl? Where can I find an ATM? Where do I start? I can't put up with this noise anymore. No matter what you say, I won't change my mind. Are you telling me you don't remember where you parked your car? How are you going to get up to the roof? What's the name of this place? At first I mistook him for your brother. I was trying to make you laugh. I've decided to go to Boston for the summer. Right now, I feel like talking. Unfortunately, there was no one around. Can you explain this to me? How is Tom now? Which do you prefer? Dogs or cats? In some ways, In some ways, Boston is nicer than Chicago. It doesn't bother me if you take that book. It's no use. It's no use complaining. Are you kidding me? Do you plan to stay long? What color is your car? Would you mind if I change subjects? At that time, Tom was swimming. Congratulations on your new job. I can't stand this hot weather. I don't know how to drive a car. I heard about your problems from Tom. I'm dying to know what's inside. I'm getting sleepy. In my opinion, Tom is innocent. Suddenly it became noisy. Thanks to you, I've lost my appetite. Do you go to school on Saturday? Do you have to work tonight? Is it time to go? What made her do that? What makes you think I like you more than? This book is more interesting than that one. I usually wake up at 6. Am I supposed to be shocked? How long should I microwave this? What do you want me to ask Tom? For once in my life, I want to do the right thing. From now on, we'll only speak French. I don't want an apple. I had a premonition that this would happen. I was surprised to find out that Tom had children. I went to Boston for 5 days on a business trip. It's about 3 kilometers from here to the coast. Are you ready for dinner? Can't we wait until tomorrow to finish this? I didn't tell Tom where you lived. I have a lot of money. I used to have a house in Boston. I'd like to live in New York. I'm busy getting ready for my trip. I'm concerned about your future. Most of the students go in for sports. How much time do you spend watching TV? How tall is the Eiffel Tower? Would you like me to call you a cab? Guess what I found on the beach. I finally found my keys. I started studying French 3 years ago. I was about to leave for work when the telephone rang. Needless to say, Needless to say, we were very tired by the end of the day. Can you help me? Can you help me with my school project? I didn't want to. I didn't want to make the same mistake twice. Don't, okay? Don't go anywhere, okay? Don't. Don't you have friends? How deep is this pool? How long was Tom here yesterday? How long were you married to Tom? Okay? Let's get started, okay? What do you know? What do you know about Australia? Fortunately, Tom survived. What am I supposed to do now? What was the first concert you went to? What's the use of talking? I find it difficult to express myself in French. Make sure the door is locked. No one has the right to tell you how to live your life. Sooner or later, I'll probably visit Boston. The only thing that Tom drinks is coffee. Are there any cute girls in your class? What makes you so sure? That this won't happen again? Where is an ATM? I doubt that Tom is guilty. I make it a rule to get up early in the morning. I was able to finish the work earlier than I had expected. I was disappointed that you didn't call. About how long will it take? About how much will it cost? Do you know how much it costs? Excuse me, can you help me? How many times a day do you feed your dog? What more can I ask? Whose turn is it to cook tonight? It's amazing how much time it takes Tom to wash his car. Let's find out who stole our money. Did you tell Tom about what Mary did? From what I've heard, I think Tom is going to get fired. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your help. I spend a lot of time reading. It will be desirable that she should come alone. Okay, that's enough for today. That's how it works. Are you really married? How are we going to get home? How does it work? Shall we begin? What would you like to do in the future? Are you the one who took my knife? Do you like Mexican food? What else are you planning to do? Why are you always late for school? I assume you're here to ask me about Tom. When were you born? I hear you've got a new girlfriend. I was told to wait here. Do you still want to get married? How long are you going to be in Boston? I had a hard time finding his house. I'm satisfied with what I have. It didn't surprise me at all that Tom couldn't afford a lawyer. It's necessary that he should go there at once. Does Tom speak French fluently? How long can you hold your breath? Which one would you choose? I immediately stopped laughing. I've had enough of your complaining. Are you still married? Exactly what kind of work do you do? Have you already spent the money Tom gave you? What did you buy Tom for Christmas? What sort of a person is Tom? I should go home soon. I was absent from school because of illness. It's very unlikely that Tom will come. Did anybody see you there? Shouldn't this be in the refrigerator? What are the chances of this ever happening again? What could I do? 3 times as. This box is 3 times as heavy as that. I need a little more time. To prepare. In other words, he is lazy. At last, the baby fell asleep. I demand to know what's going on here. I suppose I should congratulate you. I'm surprised you didn't know that. I'm worried about Tom's health. Exactly what happened here? I don't even know where my mother was born. The more you have, the more you want. Are you able to swim? How long does it take to get to the zoo by taxi? Was anyone in the room? Will you do it for me? At least no one was hurt. I really didn't have time. Did I do something wrong? Okay? Let me finish, okay? Hurry up or you'll be late for school. I don't enjoy doing things like this. I don't know if Tom still lives in Boston. In addition to In addition to being a doctor, he was a very famous novelist. Is it okay to sing here? What was the name of that little shop in Boston where Tom worked? I completely forgot about that. I'm tired of answering questions. It never occurred to me that he might be an escaped prisoner. The more I think about it, the less I understand it. What happens if I press this button? I don't feel like eating out this evening. I have no intention of doing that today. Do you want kids? I'm starting to get used to living here. Am I allowed to be in here? Can I ask a question? I can't wait to tell Tom the good news. I suddenly feel sick. What does stand for? What does AC stand for? I don't consider myself to be good looking. The longer, the better. The longer I stay here, the better I like it. In fact, I don't think that was Tom. What do you want to drink with your meal? What would happen if I push this button? In spite of the bad weather, they decided to go by car. Is it hard to learn French? Who are you going to dinner with? I have never been to the States. I keep telling you I don't want to study French. I'm supposed to be here all afternoon. Basically, I agree with your opinion. I have a feeling you'll pass your test. What are my options? Don't tell me you forgot. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. To be honest, I don't understand it. At one time, there was a bridge here. How did Tom do that? How did you manage to talk Tom into working for you? Why did you become a doctor? I couldn't find my keys. I was busy cooking. In order to do that, you have to take risks. Not only can't I tell Tom, I can't even tell you. Do you remember the first time we met? Where is Tom going? I have the feeling that I've been here before. Do you need help with anything? Why do you come here? I changed my mind about going out and stayed home. I didn't think Tom was your type. I promise I promise you I'll never leave you. I was going to tell the truth. Who are the others? I knew that something was wrong. I didn't know him at the time. I never liked being at home alone. I pretended that I didn't see it. I told you it was a bad idea. I'm sick of this hot weather. How do you like your new job? How's the weather where you are? I'd like some water. About how much money do you need? Did you really go to Boston last weekend? Do you consider yourself a fluent French speaker? Should we wait for Tom? I happen to be in love with you. Is there any place around here where we can get something to eat? What do you think I should say? Which do you like better? Coke or Pepsi? I remember telling you about it. I wonder how this works. How much are these shoes? I'm working on my speech. I'm prepared for the worst. The first thing you should do is call a lawyer. How are things at school? How much do you read? In general, kids like ice cream. Did you know that before? I sometimes watch TV. I'm no longer afraid of you. Am I the only one who agrees with you? Is there any chance that Tom will be at tonight's party? I told you to stay in the house. May we speak in private? What was Tom doing in your room? I'd rather die than do that. Is it safe to eat food that has dropped on the floor? Who are you talking about? Are you sure his name was Tom? Do you actually live here? When is the next bus to Park Street? I'm used to Tom always yelling at me. Do you have something to make this headache go away? Am I late? I was amazed at Tom's fluency in French. I'm willing to take that chance. What can I do to make you happy? Can anybody tell me how to do this? In retrospect, Tom wishes he had spent more time studying. It can be It can be replaced. I don't want to. I don't want to make promises I can't keep. I didn't expect to. I didn't expect to see you here. When can I see you again? Do you often take business trips? How soon can you get it done? I don't know exactly where Tom went. Exactly how many times did you do that? I had trouble falling asleep last night. I certainly don't mind helping you. I didn't mean to hurt you. Did you actually give Tom money? Are you ready to order? I had a feeling you would be late. How far are we from your house? What are you cooking today? I can't stop thinking about what they did to me. Exactly how does this work? How often do you upload videos to YouTube? What caused the budget deficit? What do I say first? Who do you know here? Are you a student? I still don't want to go. I have no reason to lie to you. I'm waiting for somebody to do something. I'm waiting for Tom to tell me what to do.